Make your move on silver. Get out before looming $24 price. Economic data and the Fed's report show bad signs for silver. In this video, I'm going to break this down and show there are times to get out of silver, and this is one of those times. There are two ways to stack silver. We could swap our fiat currency out for silver and hold the precious metal for decades as a safe store of wealth. I put myself in that camp. But most people, lately, they've been buying silver as a place to temporarily hold their wealth, just for a few years, and then they cash out before the dip. This is one of those times. I'm going to explain this in 3 minutes. This is important. Let's get this done quick, and away we go. This article is from Kitco, and the headline reads, Silver prices stabilize above $29 an ounce, but downside target of $24 is in play. The article starts by saying, silver prices are stabilizing following the sharp decline of precious metals on Friday, but China's pullback on sovereign gold purchases were really the culprit. It cannot be understated how important China's role is to our price of precious metals here in the United States. We had that big bump in gold price starting 3 months ago. Remember when we first hit record highs for gold? That was a direct correlation to China for years buying up gold, hoarding gold. Literally, it's been 18 months now that they've been hoarding gold. The price of silver is directly connected to that because gold moves first, and then after a short lag, silver follows. And that's exactly what we saw 3 months ago. Gold hit its record high. We waited, 4 weeks, maybe 5 weeks, and then silver followed. And that is why we had to look keenly at what China is doing. Now, China has stopped buying gold this past month. They did not buy any gold, and that is a hard wall for the price of gold, and it's going to come to bite silver. Let's keep going. This article says, silver prices stabilized after experiencing the steepest decline in over 3 years. This correction came as disappointing news from China and the U.S., particularly those banking on Chinese bullion demand and an anticipated interest rate cut from the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve has already announced that they're holding steady on their rates, and that in turn is going to impact silver, because when the rates are high, people will go into treasuries. They'll go into something that they can get a high return on. When rates drop, people will pull from treasuries and they'll go into the other safe store of wealth, which is the silver I'm holding right here in your screen. So the Fed choosing to remain steady, even though inflation reports are showing that inflation is getting under control, it's very frustrating, they're still holding steady, and that impacts silver. Let's keep going. This article says that historically, the bank's buying phases are followed by long breaks. They're talking about China, long breaks, and without resumed purchases of gold, silver prices might remain stagnant. The article says, turning to the technical picture, while silver prices have stabilized and have trended upward, the analysis doesn't look very bullish. In fact, the 50-day MA has been controlling the intermediate uptrend since March 1st, so a sustained move under this indicator could cause some significant damage to the chart, with the 200-day moving average at $24.66, a potential downside target. Now, that is not the number that we are hoping for, $24.66. Remember, we spent the past 2 years with that stagnant window of silver hovering between $22 and $24. If we were lucky, we got to $25. It was a long stretch of really a 2-year period. So the thought of us going back down to $24 is quite frightening. Again, if you're I'm not a financial advisor, I'm just a silver stacker. I'm just a regular guy telling you my experience in stacking silver. But I can tell you that when we see these moving pieces coming to hit silver, it tells us that if you're the type of stacker that looks to just hold silver for about 3 years, 4 years, and you've been doing that, and you're wondering if you're on the fence, if you're wondering if silver is going to drop down, this is really looking like silver is about to drop. And if you want to cash out before the dip, this is what it's telling you.